we came to this town back in 1977, and our kids were still very young. Our children were very young. And as time went on, we started looking into different schools. And at that point, there were a few options in town. Started consulting various gedolim on where would be the best place to send our children. And we went to visit the Steipler Gaon, Steipler Rav, and he also stressed to us at that meeting, that Miami needs a good mesivta. That's exactly what he said. Good high school for boys.
Well, the bracha was that we were asking about something totally different, and the Steipler kept insisting that we need a good mesivta, but we weren't asking about a high school at all.
He came to ask about other, more personal shilas and personal endeavors that he was involved with. And it's as if he didn't hear anything that my husband asked. Ari said, I don't think the Steipler understood what I was asking, because he kept telling me to Miami needs a good mesivta. And that's all he kept saying. It was no mistake, because when we came back from Eretz Yisrael, the first call that we got was to become involved on a board that would be starting a new mesivta. So we just automatically put the two together and said, gee, now we know what the Steipler was talking about. We didn't understand at the time.
If you would meet Arya Malka at a simcha or some communal function, you would see them as very quiet, subdued, humble people. But in reality, this just hides, their external demeanor just hides a very strong, powerful, forceful energy which is committed to the growth of Torah in our community, the growth of individuals, not just their children, but every student in the yeshiva is a beneficiary of their love and commitment to Torah and Yiras Shamayim.
Basically, we started with 8 boys. The first year of the yeshiva started with 8 boys on the second floor of a shul on 79th Street in Miami Beach. That was the first year. 8 boys, 1 rabbi, and a small little second floor location. The next year, the second year, Baruch Hashem, we have grown to, I think, about 25 boys. Even in those years, though it was small, we already had a good reputation. We had excellent Bachrim that came down from New York to be in the Beis Medrash, and that was one of the very important things that Yeshiva Torah Chaim had to offer even in those years. Is an excellent group of Bachrim came down to help out with the high school and to learn here. And over the summer, or a little before the summer, Rabbi Chade and myself, we searched for a location, and we finally settled on a storefront on 41st Street. And we felt it's, even for 25 boys, that would look too big for us already. But we felt that it was worth it because we needed the space, and it was the only space we could find. So we with the yeshiva, opened up a location on 41st Street. There were 3 classrooms, I remember, a small office, and a medrash and a dining room, a little dining room in the back. And we wanted to consolidate everything into one place. And an opportunity came along, a wonderful opportunity came along for a good price. We were able to purchase a 14,000 square foot building on 71st Street, Indian Creek in Miami Beach. And looking at that building, when we walked that building, we couldn't believe our eyes that we have such a great, beautiful location, such a large building. In our mind, we thought we were going to be there here, for many, many, many years before we were able to fill this building up. And before too long, Baruch Hashem, the school has grown so much and had such a good reputation that we were able to attract more and more students. And it didn't take us too long before we moved to the Miami Gardens Drive location, and hopefully we're going to outgrow that facility too, but for now it seems like it's going to be many, many years before we're able to fill up that huge, large facility. It's a beautiful location, as everybody knows. We have almost 3 acres of space, in a beautiful building of about 36,000 square feet, and we are in the process of planning to build a dormitory. And I think, looking at it right now, I'm thinking to myself, boy, wow, this place is going to be serving us for many, many years, for a long time. But at the pace we have been going, we may have grown very quickly too. So that should be our bracha, of course, to be able to fill up this space and outgrow it. For now, though, we feel very, very happy to have it. Unbelievable accomplishment in 18 years, which seems like a lot, but it's not that long for a school, the kind of school we have developed. And I'm very proud of this accomplishment. And of course, this would not have been possible without the unbelievable Mesiras Nefesh of our Rosh Yeshivas and Rebbeim and the entire staff of the school.
Ari and Malka do not match the profile of the typical philanthropist leader in a community in general. Very often, the big donors come with big egos and big opinions, and if you're not prepared to accept their opinions, they usually get upset and walk. And that has simply never been the case with Ari and Malka. To the contrary, they share their opinions, but do not take it personally. If the board or the yeshiva decides for whatever reason to go in a direction or engage in an activity that Ari may have expressed a negative opinion about in the board meeting, once the decision is made, he's completely part of the activity. He is a true participator, and there is no ego investment. He and Malka do what they do 100% l'shem shamayim, in order that there should be growth of Torah in our Jewish community.
Ari and Malka are no less busy than anybody else in the community, but it's hard for me to remember any situation when I asked them to help the yeshiva and they said they were too busy. It just doesn't exist. No is not part of their vocabulary.
A close-knit family. The Rebbeim and the students and the Rosh Yeshivas, it's like one big family, and everybody's very close. And that closeness really is very infectious, and everybody wants to be part of it.
Because it's a spiritual endeavor, and it's an important part of our life to help Torah, to support Torah, to build up Torah. What better thing could there be? The only way to keep Klal Yisrael strong is through education, through strengthening our children. Our future is our children. And education is the only way to go about doing it. I think when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is good to you, the only way to show Hakaras HaTov is by helping and doing the most you can. It's kind of a way of giving back, and even though HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't need us, but it's a way of showing Hakaras HaTov, showing Hakaras HaTov to HaKadosh Baruch Hu.